Hello, and welcome to a new favorable derble. Well, not really new, but, you know, the last creepypasta was a while ago, and that was Sonic.exe. Now, in that video, I said I was going to do Bend Drown, but I decided not to, because I made my own creepypasta. And I have here, you can hear the paper. That paper, though. So, I'm going to read it. Room D224 by me, because I'm not giving out my real name. I walked into school. It was Halloween morning. The decorations were pretty boring. Paper witches, pumpkins, and skeletons were all over the walls. Of course, no one was permitted to wear their costumes, so we all just hung around until the bell rang. On the way to my locker, I noticed that a room, labeled D224, was dark and empty. I thought nothing of it. It was still early in the morning, so some doors were still locked and dark. Later, during lunch hour, I snuck over to room D224 to see if it was open. I turned the cold handle to find it open. I entered the dark room and felt for a light switch. I heard the bell ring before I had the chance to flick the switch. I decided I'd come back later, at night with a friend or two. I wasn't scared. I just wanted to share the experience with someone. I chose to take my best friend, Dylan, with me. I wore an undead nurse costume, while Dylan was an assassin. I slowly walked through the hallway, and we came up to the door. As I opened the door, a dark black void seemed to endlessly stretch into nothingness. I reached for the light switch and flipped it. What we saw made us both scream. The room had corpses, with bloody, rotten flesh. Dark crimson flooded the room, and a horrible smell filled the room. I threw up on the spot. It was terrible. I looked up at Dylan, who froze and gazed ahead, a look of sheer terror on his face. I followed his gaze to see a small, maybe 5-year-old girl. "Get out of my room!" she, or it, now screeched to the point where I thought my ears would bleed. As I turned to run, she disappeared. I looked at Dylan, who looked terrified and was probably shaking. "Can we just go?" Dylan asked, his voice tense. I was about to agree when I noticed the doors were gone. The walls changed. No, the whole room changed into what looked like a small child's room. A little girl, her dress filthy, her hair a mess, cousins scraped all over her, walked to me. "He told me it was paint, but he lied." I woke up in a hospital. Now, before you get ants in your pants, there is a part 2 to this, which I'm currently working on. So here's a little preview of that. I turned to leave and saw a colorful name on the door. Sally was written or painted on the door. "You? What are you doing here still?" a small voice asked. I looked to see a little girl. Sally, I thought. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with, because I don't want to spoil anything else. But yes, that was my very first creepypasta and the second part to it. And, well, I would have read an actual creepypasta, but I didn't have any in mind. Plus, I just got home from school. I don't like school. It's almost over, though. We have like 30-something days left. So, yay! Summer break! June 19th. Yeah. Well, anyways, guys. See you in the next video.